not gonna keep it real. Only till you've had your fill, then you wanna cry ill will. Really thought you know the deal.
What's up, you guys? In today's video, as you guys can tell from the title, we are installing this Ariel ginger reddish brown wig. Today's video is sponsored by JuliaHair. Thank you for sending me this wig, as well as all of the little goodies that you guys see in the bag that they sent. This is the wig straight out of the bag. Y'all, look at the HD lace. This lace and this wig, we about to get into. It's about to be so fire. Step 1 is bleaching the knots. I like to bleach my knots using 40 volume developer and BW2 bleach. I'm not really used to working with colored wigs, however, and I realized once I put the bleach on, I was like, wait a minute, Ari, why are you bleaching the knots on a wig that's already colored? If you guys decide to purchase this exact wig, you can skip the bleaching the knots process because it's not needed at all. However, if you are here to watch my video and learn to see how I bleach my knots, this step does apply to you. So as you guys can see, I put about 1 to 2 scoops of bleach. If it's a frontal, I will do 2 full scoops of bleach. If it's a closure, I will do 1 scoop of bleach. And I like to just pour a little bit of developer in at a time. I don't measure, I don't use a scale for bleaching the knots just because it's not necessary and it just makes things more stressful than what it is. So once you have your bleach mixture thick like you guys see in the video, then you can begin painting the bleach onto the wig. As y'all can see, I'm taking my time, but if you guys look closely, I am applying a decent amount of pressure. Don't apply too much pressure to where the bleach goes all the way through the wig cap, but you have to apply enough pressure to where the bleach pushes through the lace just enough to get on the knots only. In a few seconds, you guys are going to see another clip and I'm going to zoom in on the knots on the top of the wig so you can see if the bleach mixture is covering the knots. Here's the clip I was referring to. As you guys can see, on some parts of the lace, the bleach is covering the knots, but right there where my finger is pointing to, the bleach did not get on the knots. So I went back and kept painting it until I pushed the bleach all the way through to cover the knots. Once I'm done painting, then I will take a piece of aluminum foil and I will kind of press it into the lace just to make sure that that bleach is going all the way through, as well as holding in some of the heat so the process can be a little faster. I think I bleached my knots maybe for like 10 minutes in this video, and then I was like, wait a minute, we don't need to do this. This is stupid. On to the next step. Now we are just shampooing the wig like normal. I'm making sure that I get all of the bleach off of the lace. Also, the way that I like to rinse my wigs whenever I'm done bleaching the knots, I try to avoid getting the bleach on the hair by any means necessary, just because I don't want to accidentally be processing the hair without realizing it. The next step is using neutralizing shampoo to stop the bleaching process all the way. I like to lather it a little bit in my hands just to kind of activate the shampoo, and then I will apply it on the lace itself, and then I will apply the rest of it to the hair. And as you guys can see, I'm going crazy with the shampoo because I really want to make sure that the hair is clean and that I also got all of the bleach off. And once that's done, I'm just going to rinse the hair like normal. Something else that I like to do whenever I'm shampooing my wigs, I try to keep the flow of water going from the roots of the wig to the ends. It kind of helps with preventing the hair from tangling, because y'all, detangling is not fun. It's a not unnecessary step, but it's time consuming, and there's ways to avoid your wigs from tangling. So just try to do what I just told you guys to do. Keep the flow of water from the roots to the ends. It'll save you guys a bunch of time. Once I'm done shampooing, then I went in with the hair with silicone mix. I didn't color this hair as you guys saw, but I do like to still condition my wigs because it helps with the longevity of the wig, and it also helps the hair feel a million times better. So yeah, I don't know, I like to do it, and silicone mix smells good in my opinion, so hey, can't go wrong with it. Normally, I like to let my wigs air dry overnight, but y'all, this was a very rushed wig install process. Your girl has been busy as of late, so I had to get my hair done. So this is a little trick that I like to do. If you guys are in a rush for time and you need to speed dry your wigs, get a bath towel, lay the wig in the middle of the towel, fold it in half as you guys see, and then open it up like a little book. Turn your blow dryer on medium heat but high speed, and then fold the towel over like this. But make sure that you don't block the filter on the blow dryer, because I don't know if that'll start a fire or not. But yeah, when you set your wig up like this, it'll literally dry in between 25 and 30 minutes. It's the best tip ever. We are finally on to what you guys clicked on the video to see: install. So as you guys can see, my braids are kind of old at this point. They've been in for about 2.5 weeks. Yeah, got to be glue spray. This is the Insta-Hold one. I got mine off Amazon. I like it, but you know, there's so many hairsprays and stuff on the market. To me, it doesn't really matter which ones you use. So yeah, I just did that to get my curly edges out of the way so I can put the wig cap on. If y'all notice, look at how thin the wig cap is. This is my first time trying this version of a wig cap. I kind of have mixed feelings about it. I love how thin it is, but I was concerned while installing the wig. I didn't know if it was gonna be too thin to kind of make it like it's, I don't know what I'm saying, but like the illusion of me being bald, if you guys get what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I kind of had to pile a lot of makeup on the wig cap just to kind of make my black hair disappear. I don't know, but I do like how thin it is. So, you know, pros and cons. Maybe I'll play around with different makeup applications, and if not, then I'll just probably have to go back to the traditional wig caps, because I don't know if it was thick enough. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just doing my regular bald cap method. Makeup got to be spray just to get the edges to lay down. Very self-explanatory. There's a million videos on it. I've tried doing my bald cap methods before by applying glue to hold it down, but I also like the hairspray method. As of late, I don't know, I've just been very busy and I try to do things as efficiently and as quick as possible. So hairspray is just a lot easier for me personally. I kind of felt like my bald cap was a little bit too dark in color, because when I look at my scalp is a lot lighter than my face. And as y'all can tell, like if you guys look at the inside of my arm, my scalp is around that shade. So I was trying to lighten up my bald cap a little bit. That way, to me, it'll look a little bit more like my actual scalp. I personally like to cut my bald cap off in a way that mimics my hairline, but I kind of like to cut it off a little bit in front of my hairline. Some people will cut the bald cap right up to where their hair starts to peek through, but to me, if you're going to do a glue install, which is what we will be doing today, I would personally recommend kind of cutting the bald cap a little bit in front of your hairline, because I notice it's a lot easier on the removal process if you can avoid getting glue in your hair at all costs. Because the thing is, the glue will seep through the wig cap and it will be on your hair. It's not fun. So as you guys see now, I'm using my Erica J Hold Me Down Skin Guard as well as glue. This is the watermelon one that she came out with either a year or two ago. I don't know. I just bought the mini one, and then I went away from using glue for a while because it took me a long time to learn how to lay wigs with using lace glue. But, you know, we're trying it again, trying to get really good at installing my own wigs. Also, I used to install my glue, or I used to put my glue on my hair in sections, and I used to do between 2 and 4 layers depending on how long I want the wig to last. But recently, because your girl is now in the shop and working with other hairstylists, I've been picking up a few tips and tricks, and one of my homies at the shop told me basically just put the glue all over your hairline and just smooth it out like so, and just apply it that way, and it helps you save a lot of time. Because for me, I used to over obsess about perfection when it comes to putting the glue on, but it's really not that deep. Like, you just need to put the glue on, smooth it out. As you guys see, you can either use your finger like Arrogant Tay does, or you can use a popsicle stick like you guys see me doing. And yeah, just do your best with working hard. if you're not a beginner anymore. If you're a beginner, definitely apply the glue in sections and take your time with applying your lace onto your glue. But if you're not a beginner and you're just trying to figure out how to speed things up and be more efficient, try this trick. I believe I did between 2 and 3 layers because, like I said, I'm not really a glue girl. I love how glue installs look, but my skin is highly sensitive. Like, my forehead be breaking out after like 2 days. So I really just put the glue on just so I can practice and get better with the installs on myself. So yeah. As my layers were drying down, I went ahead and applied my liquid foundation onto the inside and outside of my lace. I got this trick from a girl who I work with because I know a lot of people, they'll use either Ruby Kisses makeup. I've seen some people use tanning spray. There's so many different lace tinting methods out there, and I have tried almost all of them. And for some reason, I couldn't get it. I couldn't get down with the Ruby Kisses. I couldn't match it to most of my clients. Like, I was literally struggling. So for me, once I asked my girl in the shop, the easiest thing for me to do was to just use liquid foundation. So if you do other people's hair, just tell them to bring some liquid foundation with them and try to match it to their skin whenever you're applying the wigs on them. Because to me, it blends the best with the lace. There's a wide variety, like, I don't know. To me, it's just easier that way. And you can also mix foundations as well if you have a whole bunch of clients. That way, if they don't have liquid foundation, I don't know, you still have them covered. Once I was done putting the makeup on, I decided to put the wig down and lay it into the glue. Side note, because your girl was rushed for time, I didn't pluck this wig. I kind of didn't feel like it. I didn't really see the need for it either. I don't know, like I said, I'm just still in the process of perfecting my craft and learning. This wig did come pre-plucked, but I was watching some YouTube video. It was Alonzo. He was talking about how he doesn't really pluck his wigs all that much. And I am one of those people who used to over pluck. So I'm kind of just learning to pluck the wig while it's on my hairline versus me plucking it on the mannequin head or plucking it on the white towel like Tay does. I don't know, I'm just playing around with different things at this point, and I figured I might as well take you guys along on the journey with me. That way we can learn together. So yeah, I'm just really taking my time with measuring out the frontal and laying it into the glue. I don't know, I'm just realizing the more time I spend around hair and other hairstylists and the more that I practice, it's like the better I'm getting. And it seems as if I'm getting better almost overnight, which is crazy because I remember literally last year when I used to try to put my wigs on myself, my installs weren't that good. I struggled with doing baby hairs. Literally everything that could go wrong on a wig install did go wrong on me. And it was frustrating because I genuinely love doing wigs and I like coloring wigs as well as putting wigs on other people. I love being a hairstylist, so it's like this is just an area that I want to get really, really, really good in. So it really just comes down to getting your reps up. I just felt like I spent a lot more time doing braids versus installing wigs on myself as well as other people. So at this point, I'm just gonna force myself to wear wigs until I get super amazing at it. This part of the video is pretty self-explanatory. All I did was lay the lace into the glue and then I put my melt band on, and I'm just cutting off the lace that I don't need while the lace and the glue is drying. That quick blow dry method that I showed you guys a few minutes ago, it got the wig maybe like 80% dry, but I'm just going back over it while while the lace is melting into the glue because I didn't know what style I was going to do at this point, but I just wanted to make sure that the hair was dry. Now that the hair is 100% dry, I've decided to take the lace band off. And y'all, part of my wig was not laid down because I guess I took too long with initially pushing the lace into the glue. So one side of, like by my ear, one side was already dry. So I had to go back over it with some more glue. I think I ran out of the Erica J glue and I decided to go in with my Bold Hold Active glue that I had, but I don't know what happened to the camera. I think I lost this clip or camera battery died. I don't know. Like I said, we were struggling and I literally had to go to work right after this. So I was rushing. So this is after I put the melting band on again, let it dry for maybe like 5 to 10 minutes, and then I took it off. And I sprayed my hair with some Sebastian Shaper spray just to push the little flyaways out of the way. And then as you guys see, I'm going in with my hot comb to further push everything back because I'm about to go in and cut off the lace. I know I told y'all I love wearing wigs and I love how wigs look, but y'all, I don't know what it is, but the ear part, like the part that sits right behind your ear, always irritates me every time I wear a wig. Like y'all see that little gray thing sitting on my ear? That part be killing me every time. I don't know if my head is small or what it is, but I gotta figure out what to do with that because I don't necessarily want to cut it because that's where the elastic band is at in most manufactured wigs that allows you to wear it glueless. So I don't want to cut it off. I just need it to stop itching me behind my ear. So anyway, putting the melting band back on for the third time because I needed to make sure that that wig was melted. While I let the band do its thing, I was thinking about what style I was going to do. And honestly, looking at the footage, I probably should have just left the hair as it was. But I wasn't thinking that at the time. I was like, no, I'm about to go to work. I have to look presentable. So let me just go ahead and straighten the hair. Can't go wrong with straight hair, which is true. One thing I want to note about this wig when it comes to flat ironing, normally whenever I am straightening human hair or virgin hair wigs, I normally will put the flat iron on 450, but I'm also used to doing curly wigs. So even whenever I wear my hair straight, I will still buy a curly texture just because I just like how it looks. It mimics my natural hair very well. So I'm used to using like deep wave, kinky curly, or kinky straight texture. This texture, all the details are down below in the description box. But one thing I noticed is that 450 is a little too hot for this hair. I don't know if it's because the fact that it's also colored or processed, or if it's the hair itself. But if you guys want to use this hair and wear it straight, I probably would say don't go over 400 because it's gonna kind of melt the hair a little bit. And honestly, I didn't notice it until it was too late. So don't make the same mistake I did because the color is bomb and the wig is great. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna try to wash it and see what will happen. Obviously, that's not gonna be included in this video, but you know, just giving you guys some more details on this hair. Yeah, I don't really have any complaints per se on the wig because it's very pretty. Like the color is amazing. The hair is good quality. I just don't think that you guys should use it on a heat that is higher than 400 just to prevent it from looking dead. Like, do y'all see that little piece in the front that I'm combing right there? It's like no matter how many times I comb it, it's not giving silk press. It's giving Barbie hair, and I don't personally like that. I like for my wigs to look super natural as far as the texture of the hair. But yeah, y'all are definitely gonna see what I'm talking about as far as Barbie doll hair, because once I get to the top, there's like this one little piece. I'm pretty sure once I call myself out on it, y'all are not gonna be able to stop staring at it, because to me it just looks like plastic. I don't know, and I was kind of hurt too. I hope I'm able to reverse that mistake that I made, because as y'all can see, this wig is just spicy. It's giving. It's definitely fall. Y'all, back to me complaining about my ears. That band, when you take it off, it's like one of the best feelings ever. Now we are on to me cutting off the lace finally. I personally like to cut my lace off with scissors. I have tried cutting my lace off with a razor. I cut myself. It wasn't good. And I just feel like I had to pull excessively hard. I don't know if it's because the razor I was using was dull. I don't think it was because it was brand new. So I don't know. I just know I like to cut my lace off with scissors. To me, I feel like I can get a more accurate cut. I have more control over it. And I have never cut myself or a client by using scissors. Now I know y'all saw that side and how unplucked it looks. Don't come for me. I told y'all this was a somewhat rushed wig install video, and again, me playing around and experimenting. I felt like I was above plucking this day, so I didn't do it. I completely skipped that step. It didn't end up terrible though. I was just kind of limited on the styles that I was able to wear, but I'm not complaining, so it's okay. Now what I'm doing is going in and cleaning up any potential mistakes or any areas of the lace that I see that are not as secure as I would like them to be. I didn't have my even lace spray this day, so this is why you guys continue to see me using the Got To Be Insta Hold. It's not my favorite lace adhesive slash hairspray. I really do like the Eben lace spray, the red one, but again, didn't have it. It still worked though. It'll lay your lace back down if you messed it up. So what y'all see me doing now is plucking, because this is where the style is going to be, I guess, displayed the most. I don't know. I'm going to put a baby hair right there. So I needed that part to actually mimic scalp. So I had to go in and do a little bit of plucking. I didn't do much, so I maybe spent like 2, maybe 3 minutes on plucking. And now I'm just sectioning out my baby hairs. Y'all, when I tell you it literally took me forever to learn how to properly do baby hairs on a wig, it was the struggle. And I think what I noticed is you kind of have to part out, like, it's not necessarily a triangle, but kind of sort of like a triangle on the hairline, just to get the baby hairs to look more realistic. Because bro, like, if I could insert some old pictures of my wig installs, I wasn't parting my baby hairs out the right way, and that's why it looked insane. So y'all saw me curl it. I like to curl my baby hairs up, I guess. I see some people on Instagram, they like to curl the baby hairs in or down. I like to curl mine up because I feel like it'll stick flatter to my face after I put the hairspray on it, because it's just naturally curled in a way that makes it want to stay laying down. I don't know. Hopefully that description makes sense, but y'all see what I'm doing on camera. I spray my comb with hairspray. That's a trick that I learned from watching Arrogant Tay's masterclass. He'll just spray the comb with a little bit of hairspray and then go in and perfect the baby hairs versus spraying the hairspray directly on the baby hairs, because then that'll be like too much hairspray. And like y'all know, once y'all put too much hairspray on the baby hairs, they go from pretty to crusty really, really, really fast. So just take your time on this part. I'm not perfect at it. I'm definitely still practicing, but practice makes perfect. So yeah. Now I just put makeup on there. Then I'm using the hot comb to further perfect what I'm trying to do. I wanted to do a side part. Honestly, I was just trying to make this wig work at this point, because me being lazy and not plucking it, like I said, I limited myself with the styles I could wear that would look realistic. So because this side of my lace looked good, I was like, let me just go ahead and do a side part. So yeah, just flat ironing it or hot combing it to make sure everything is laid the way I need it to be. Hot combing that little piece back to cover the track. That's the other thing I want to say. I think this is a 13x4 wig, but if you guys know, like, some of the 13x4 wigs, it'll only be 13x4 for a middle part, but over on the sides it's more like 13x2. So I kind of had to finesse my side part. It's more of a swoop situation. And then once, you know, I was looking at it, I was like, oh, this is cute, but I think she needs another little baby hair on the side. The little glueless band is sticking out again on my ear, and as y'all can see, my ears are red. So yeah, still trying to figure that out. If you guys have any tips, drop it down below. I don't know, I might just have to go back to making my own wigs just to avoid that situation. Again, curling my baby hairs up. I low-key kind of took an L on this baby hair because I didn't have any mousse, because I'm a hairstylist in my daytime job, I guess, and half of my supplies are at the salon and I'm installing my wig at home. So I was like, dang, I only have hairspray. So that's why y'all see my little baby hair over here struggling. I ended up putting too much hairspray on it and now she looks crusty. It is what it is. She's still cute though. She's still serving. So yeah, now we're pretty much to the end of the video and here are the finished results. I think the color, 12 out of 10, baby. Y'all can't tell me nothing. At this point, I'm a redhead. I'm about to go through my red phase like Rihanna did. So yeah, shout out again to JuliaHair for sponsoring this video. I absolutely love the wig, and I'm not just saying that because the video was sponsored. I'm pretty sure y'all like this color on me as well. It's pretty. I think this red brown color would look great on anybody, no matter your complexion. The wig was pretty easy to install. I didn't have to go crazy with plucking. The lace was easy to work with. I don't have any complaints. Like, just buy the wig, you guys. That's all, and I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.